Morning. Good morning, everybody. This is my first live in a while. I've almost got my voice back, thankfully. So I thought I would just jump on here and tell you guys all about my trip. So it's long overdue and we've had to reschedule a whole bunch of times, but me and my best friend were trying to go away for her birthday in September. And you know, things happen in life, so we had to keep rescheduling and rescheduling. Well, we finally went this weekend and it was so fun. Man, I'm telling you, everybody in the world needs a best friend. You need the kind of best friend that you can go anywhere and just have such an amazing time. We were such goofballs all the way down there. We had worked all day. We were exhausted. It's about 2.5 hour drive from our border to where we went to in the States. But man, was it fun. We filmed a whole bunch of clips on the way down because I thought I would put together this little video of sort of the trip down there. We get all the way to the hotel. We've been to the restaurant. We've eaten our dinner. And we figure out that the videos are all messed up. They look sort of like an 80s VHS tape. They're totally blurry. They've got these lines down the side. I don't know what happened, but I'm just telling you, everything we filmed on the way down, you can't see any of it. You don't know what it is. You can kind of make out a water tower. You can kind of make out an American flag. But other than that, you can't really tell what any of it is. What do? That's kind of how a girls' trip with us would go. If anything's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong when we're together. It's fine. So we drove down to Syracuse, New York, which, like I said, from where we live is about 2.5 hours from the border, just to spend the weekend there. Her favorite place to eat now, I got her on it, is Olive Garden. They used to have Olive Garden in Vancouver, which of course is where I was born and raised. So I've had Olive Garden many, many times. But we went there purposely because they have a really nice Olive Garden and we're so glad we did. We had the best waitress. We specifically asked for her the second night. It was really great. But it was just a lot of fun. 2 nights. All of Saturday we spent shopping. And when they say you shop till you drop, we literally shopped till we dropped. We went back to the hotel, had a nap, had some snacks, you know, did the whole thing. Tried to go out for a second round around dinner time, do a little more shopping. And we had just worn ourselves out so bad in the morning that we couldn't do it. We just went straight out for dinner. I think we went to one store and then went for dinner. But it's a lot of fun because in the States, and Syracuse especially, they have outlet malls and they have discount stores, and it was just really cool. They've got all their Christmas stuff out already, and so we both got some Christmas stuff. We got stuff for ourselves. I got this cool little Free Spirit sweater. Really love it. Shoes, food, clothes. I, of course, bought lots for Peanut. Got him treats and toys, and which was quite fun because I normally bring everything in the house when I get home and throw it all on the floor and start putting the fridge and freezer stuff away. And right away, Peanut's nose is in the bags, trying to rip his squeaky balls out and his squeaky bones out. And oh my gosh, it was pretty great. But I'll tell you, this was probably the best trip that we've been on together, and we've been friends for 10 years. It was a lot of fun. We went to this really cool chocolate specialty store. I didn't go in, she went in. She's been there before. But I mean, my favorite chocolates is Purdy's chocolates. Again, I'm from Vancouver. Purdy's was a big thing. In the box, or you can buy them separately. You can get those little squares of caramel covered in chocolate. This chocolate store that Monica knows about in Syracuse makes the best caramel squares. Like, this is all store made, not manufactured in bulk or anything like that. Oh my God, those were the best caramel squares I'd had in a long time. Like, they were so good. Oh my God. Anyways, it was a very enjoyable trip. I had a lot of fun. Monica had a lot of fun, which I'm so glad because, of course, this was sort of the makeup for her birthday weekend. And she doesn't really celebrate birthdays. I mean, they do, but do you know what I mean? Like, I celebrate mine for a month. She'll celebrate hers for one day. Best part of the whole thing is, though, trip was paid in cash. Again, I know everybody watched my story about my tires, and then I got a million messages that I had to answer, and I'll tell you again. My side hustle, I started almost a year ago, and has blessed me with all of this. Paying for my tires in cash, going for trips in cash, shopping until I can't shop no more. I just can't tell you enough. Like, the position I felt like I was in financially was just like my credit cards were maxed out. I was constantly bouncing money from here to pay here and vice versa. And now I just have the freedom to do all of the things I wanted to do without feeling like I'm going to have to pay it back at 25% interest. That's kind of how I feel about it. So, I mean, I know it's going to cause a whole bunch of questions again, and that's okay. I don't mind telling anyone my story. I don't mind telling anyone my journey. I had just racked up credit cards and taken out loans and done all these things. And it's not that I don't have a good job and I don't make good money. I do. But I would say when it really clicked for me is when COVID happened. All this inflation started. You know, I had family members who needed help, friends who needed help, and very quickly I found myself in a financial position where I felt like I couldn't do all the things I wanted to do. I couldn't go out for dinners on the weekend, and, you know, I couldn't buy new tires if my Jeep needed it, and they're not cheap. Everybody knows that. So it was just really exciting for me to go on a trip with my best friend and feel like I wasn't gonna have to pay it back to the credit card companies later. I guess that's kind of what I mean. So it was really nice. We really enjoyed the trip down. Again, we thought we were film experts, and we took lots of little video clips of cool small towns we drove by and all the autumn leaves and all that, just to get to the hotel and figure out that they were just like, they were super fuzzy. And it was really weird because, like I say, they almost came out like a 80s VHS tape. There's black line down either side. I'll post them later so you guys can see them because it's memories regardless. And you can just barely make out in the fuzzy video like a water tower or an American flag or the sign that says "Welcome to Syracuse." So we had a pretty good chuckle. We thought we were on point filming this, making memories, and it was just like garbage. Anyways, we had a good time. I'm glad that we finally got to do it, and I hope everybody has an amazing day. See you later.